So I just want everyone to know how passionate I am in regards to Founders College Student Council. Like, I am currently a social representative and I love every bit of it. The good, the bad, the ugly, the really great things, love it all. I feel like being on council is an emotional and professional roller coaster, and I feel like working on a team that is ready and willing to be on that roller coaster with me. I mean, Founders College Student Council, kind of a big deal if I do say so myself. Well, actually, I'm currently acclaimed, which is also a big deal because no one ran against me. So I just want everyone to know how passionate I am in regards to Founders College Student Council. Like, I am currently a social representative and I love every bit of it. The good, the bad, the ugly, the really great things, love it all. I feel like being on council is an emotional and professional roller coaster, and I feel like working on a team that is ready and willing to be on that roller coaster with me, and I'm ready and willing to be on it, is the best idea and the best thing ever. So a bit about the position. I become the president's right-hand lady, which is kind of exciting. So in the interim, if the president does render incapacitated or ill or whatever, I'm president of the council for that interim period, which I think is a really big honor and the closest to presidency I'm ever gonna get. So, in conclusion, I really just want to talk about how much I find Founders my home. It's the most cliche thing anyone has ever said in this college, but it really was. I am not an original Founders member, in case nobody knows, or in case they do know. I am a Winters affiliate who transferred over to Founders as soon as I found how great it was. I love it, and I hope that everyone does vote for me because I am so excited to be on council next year. If you all vote yes, if you vote no, that's your opinion. Thank you. If it's not presidency, it's pretty much the behind the scenes of council. I maintain a lot of the office duties, like maintaining office hours, making sure that all the council members do attend their office hours. I make sure that the VP social, the VP athletics, they come and meet with me monthly to make sure that I'm up to date with everything. Everything I find out, I report back to the president. I maintain a cohesive communications with the clubs that are affiliated with Founders. What else do I do? I'm kind of I'm all that behind the scenes 007 stuff. It's pretty cool. I love it.
I'm just gonna ask a question that was directed. So, how can you assure that council remains accountable to its constituents? How can you assure that council will always remain accountable to its constituents?
Accountable meaning?
Your interpretation of it.
Okay. To maintain accountability for, I'm assuming for things that we do, that's what I'm going to assume, is always keeping everybody in the loop. We always discuss that our minutes from our meetings are always available. They have always been available. If you want to backtrack to a few years ago or how many years ago, go for it. They are there. If you have any questions, our door is open. We have office hours that are posted. We also, you can find us either on campus, we have phone numbers, we have emails. There's so many different venues and fields of communication that people can contact us with, and maintaining the accountability. If we did something wrong, I'd like to be told. If we did something great, I'd like to be told. So I can share it with the council, and so we can either move forward or move even more forward from it.
There is a culture that council members in the past have held, and that is to consistently always help each other out no matter what committee it is. Whether it be athletics, whether it be social, how will you make sure that when council members need help from their other council members, that they're there for them, that culture is blooming, because you do deal with as many of the members as possible before the president does?
So from my experience this year on council, I have seen that we are a very cohesive team. Throwing in new people into the mix will only make it a learning experience for them to be as cohesive. When we discuss things about the Constitution, I recall in one of our meetings, Victor was talking about how he wanted to make sure that athletics and social had a joint event at least once a semester. it's moments like that, or the moments where people are like, oh, I can throw you some of my budget for your event. And I would expect that it would continue to go along like that. If it doesn't, I will bring it to the table at our meetings, or whether or not I'm sitting down with one of our council members to make sure that they know that it'd be nice if they kind of helped the ball roll on the whole help train. Does it make sense? Yes? No?
Yes, but I was thinking of more of like, instead of just thinking of it as we are council members, so we have to help.
No, not more so like we have to help. It's the aspect of family.
It's more of the fact that you help each other for smaller things, not just budgets and like things like that. So if I need to grab something and I can't get it, I will call you and be like, hey, Elena, can you grab this for me? And you down a note out to do it.
It's kind of common courtesy. Most of us are usually like that.
Okay, I'm going to bring up a question. What efforts will you make to strengthen the relationship with the master's office?
Well, I had to learn myself this year that I have to toddle up to the second floor a few more times than I do. So I would, to strengthen the relationship between council and the master's office, I would make sure that we do talk about, the master's office and having joint events. I would talk about inviting the master's office down to our events so that they know what's going on, to involve the master's office with the constituents. It's more so, I like how our current interim master, she comes down and talks to us, but I'd like it to be more backwards, that the constituents go upstairs and talk to her, because she's actually really cool, which I find awesome. And I feel like helping with that, helping the word of mouth and say, hey, let's go upstairs and chat with Samira or MJ would be the coolest thing ever, because we are faces of people who are just like everybody else. We are constituents ourselves, and I find that if we spread the word of mouth, it's a lot more contagious than just posting it. Make sense?